All right, everyone. I don't know why I look like AI. I feel like I look like clay animation. But I wanted to come on here and record a video of showing you how to use the emotionally empowered moon tracker, which is going to be super helpful as we move into the section on tracking the moon through your chart. So let's just dive right into it. I'm going to share my screen. So this is what the tracker looks like. When you download this, when you click the link, what you'll have to do is make a copy of it because I have this set, it's locked and loaded. Nobody can change it because it's set out in a specific way. So for you to make changes and to input your information, you're going to have to make a copy on your end, and you can rename it whatever you want. I'm just going to leave it as this. So make a copy, and then when the copy is made, you will have this at your disposal. You can make changes, you can input all of your information, which I'll show you how I view it working. But of course, like if anything works better for you, feel free to make changes. You can also like hide columns if you don't want to put that information in there. So you can create this the way that you want it to be created. I'm going to unhide this so we can see everything. But yes, you can really make this the way that you want, and you can also see it on your phone too. So if you have Google Sheets in your phone, you can use this like an app. Essentially, it is an app without a fancy interface. Okay, so the way that we can do this is ideally you would start on day one, but you can start this at any time. So right now we're coming into the new moon phase. So I'm going to put new moon, my cycle phase, menstrual cycle. And we'll go over all of this in the module. So if you don't know what any of this is, if you don't know how to find it, don't worry. This is just the how to use. And then cycle day, I think I'm cycle day 3 right now. The moon sign. So the moon is in Aries, and this is in I believe it's in my 10th house. It might have moved into the 11th. I think it's the 10th. My energy level, I am feeling probably mid. And this is, of course, at your own discretion, like generally on a general scale for you, what does it feel like? Physical symptoms, I'm a little bit tired. I have a little bit of back pain. So this is a good moment to kind of check in with your body as well. So oftentimes we just move on autopilot, and yeah, this is kind of that moment in the day where you can come in and just check in. I have back pain, some tension in my shoulders. Yeah, but other than that, I'm feeling good. Emotional symptoms, I am a little bit, I wouldn't call it stressed. I would say probably anxious, a little overwhelmed. Also a little sensitive, a little bit like emotionally sensitive. Like I could probably cry on the drop of a hat. Those are just a few things that I can think of right now. And of course, it is my menstrual phase and we're in the new moon phase. So this is very on brand for me, and this may be different for everybody involved. This is exactly why I've created this, because everyone is different. Every body is different. And this is a great way to track all of these things. So if there's anything that you're really trying to keep an eye on or to shift, tracking is the one thing that I would recommend, because when you track something, you notice it, and then you notice the changes. You start to become tuned with your body, and your body recognizes what you need. So with this, I recognize that stretching would feel really good. I would feel really good if I stretched, and I did a little bit this morning. I'll probably make that a priority at this time because it just feels good for my body. And it also allows me to drop into my body, noticing what's happening. You can see that I'm actually physically putting my hand on my heart. I often do this when I'm a little bit anxious or overwhelmed or sensitive. It's just that sense of comfort that I crave, and that really helps to regulate me. So severity of symptoms, I'd say like 1. This is, even though these things may feel like a lot, they're not at the level where I'm like, ding, 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 like alarm bells are not ringing, but they're severe enough that they're there. And then any notes or activities, I just put this here if you want to track anything else. You're also welcome to add other columns if you wanted to recreate this, to add other things that you really do want to track. Or you can just use this notes and activities section. So for me, I will put like, I'm very business focused right now. Also, what else would I put? Business focused. I will also be meeting a friend for lunch. Just some things. Stretching, I'll put that in here too. Stretching. You can use this however you want. I just like to keep track of the things that I'm doing, and also noticing that my 10th house is being activated by this Aries moon. So this is bringing me to that business focus, and it's not something that I'm like I am consciously aware of it, looking at it afterwards, but like noticing that, as soon as I woke up this morning, I was already thinking of my business, and thinking of like ways that I can get myself out there. So even though it's like the menstrual phase, it's the new moon phase, it's very inward, it's more like the behind the scenes for me right now. And we'll talk more about this in the class that talks about this, but until then, this is kind of how I envision us using this. And every day you can go through, like day 4 would be tomorrow, and then you would just keep going. And then after this, I've also added some other tabs down here at the bottom. So the next cycle, you can start to track again. So you can keep this information in here once it's full. And if you don't get every day, don't worry about it. It's okay. We can come back to it the next day. Every day is a great day to start anew. So this should not be something that adds more stress to your life. It should be something that, oh, I would like to keep track of it. So I'm going to, I'm going to put some time in this. And you can see it really doesn't take that much time. You could do this in the morning or in the evening before you go to bed. And then, yeah, the next cycle, then I'll be able to see what's going on. And then we can start to see a trend. Maybe we'll see every time that moon is in my 10th house, I'm feeling business focused, or I am like getting out there a little bit. Or I'm always feeling anxious and overwhelmed when it's in my 10th house, or when the moon's in Aries, I like wanna I want to fight a little bit. So you'll start to see trends. And I think that's really what this is so magical, like why this is so magical, because we get to see logically the way that we're feeling and put it on paper so we can see what's going on. So I hope you enjoy this. Let me know if you have any feedback, if there's anything else you'd like me to add. I'm always open to suggestions, but in the meantime, I hope you enjoy, and yeah, happy tracking.